good afternoon. I'm just setting up on my iPad so I can see the comments. Let's get to the right place. Oh, I've left my glasses downstairs as well. Do you know what? I've been up and downstairs about 5 times to try and get all of my stuff, and I still haven't got everything. Right, let's bring that up. Got that in place. Make sure we're on silent, which we are. Yay, we have people. Right. So we've got Wendy. Hi, Wendy. We've got Tracy. Hi, Tracy. We've got Fran. It's showing more than that, but it's not coming up on my iPad either now. We've got Patricia and Christine. Brilliant. I have made a big fat boo-boo. But I thought, you know what? We'll get by. So I'll wait till we've stopped getting people join, and then I'll tell you what my big boo-boo is. I'm just going to grab a drink because we finished at the shop. We've raced out and got the shopping. I've put it away. And then I've come up here and I've realised I've forgotten something. Something quite important. But it's fine. We can do it. So today is going to be all about storage. You know, I've been doing this storage for years, and so many people, I get asked all the time, where is the link to Julie Hickey stamp storage or a certain, it's all the same. And I'm going to go through it. I thought, you know what, because I've done what I've done, I'm just going to make this live all about storage, and then we'll pin this one to the top so that everybody can watch it back when they need to kind of refresh their memory. And then I'll be doing another live to get creative, because it seems I've left my stamps at work. And I thought they were in the box with my die storage, but when I got home they weren't. I know where they are. They're on the shelf at the back in a nice little pile. But hey, it's just been one of those days. So we've had a lot more join. So hello to everyone. Thank you for joining. If you're watching this on playback, thank you for checking us out. And also if you're watching on YouTube, this will get uploaded to YouTube. Nice for your company. So today is all about, I made some storage for my sentiments. So first of all, the first set we had was Everyday Sentiments, which gave you, do you know what, I'm going to flip the camera because it's a funny angle that way. Everything's reading back to front. So let's get a good view. Hi, Val. There we go, we've got focus. Okay, so let me just take that down a touch because I want you to get a good view of the words. So first up we had the first set, which gave us happy birthday with love and best wishes and thank you. Then we snuck in a little Christmas one. And just by mixing and matching the words in these allows you to have happy Christmas, winter wishes, and so on and so forth. So you get the idea that it's a beginning of a library. Well, in the launch that came out yesterday, there is this set, which I think comes in at set 2, but it's irrespective of what number it is. They're different words. And we've got Wedding Day, Just For You, New Home, Hello, Happy Anniversary, With Sympathy, and Thinking of You. So I thought, right, well, I've got 3 sets now, and they're kind of just in the box. I need to store them. I want this kind of wallet. I'm going to have to bring that up a touch now. I want this kind of wallet system, working on what I've done for all of my other bits, but I quite fancied this tall, thin. So kind of like a DL. So when I open up, I've got magnetic sheet on this side, and then I've gone ahead and die cut them on this side so I can see exactly where the dies live. And if I've got one, I know that I've got one missing, and I've got to remember to be good and put everything back where it should be. So that is the most recent set. There's my first one, and then I've popped the Christmas ones at the back there. So there's 3 separate pieces, and if I just put that way up, you can see that they're stacked on top of each other. You've got a bit of a depth. So I will take you through exactly how I made that, and then I'm going to bring in some, in fact, no, I'm not. I'm going to bring in some other stuff now, and then we'll go back to this. So this is along the same lines. So Julia's had stamps and die sets that match, and I don't know about you, but if I've got dies that match stamps, I want them in the same place. I want to be able to easily access and go, well, I want that stamp and that die, and so on and so forth. If I'm going to make a folder like this, where I've got my magnetic sheet on there and here, I have a deeper depth. Does that make sense? Yeah. My depth is deeper than if I just have a stamp set in there. Okay, so that's another version. And then I've got another version here. So this one houses my medley dies. So we've got the square medley, we've got the circle medley, and oh, there's this blank one ready, and another blank one ready. I can't think what would be going in there. These ones have got no gusset depth to them because I've just done them as folded card. And it just depends as to what the product is, as to how deep I have the depth, and how many I put in there. So that's another way. Before that, I had dies that I did the 1/2 centimetre depth, and I've added flaps in. Now, if you like this design and you go through my featured videos in this group, you'll see this. In fact, will it be in this group or will it be on Dragon's Papercraft? It's either or. I did this as a live and I showed exactly how I made it. And then I've got another page. So this houses 2 full sets of alphabets, upper and lower case, and numbers. But it's all, the reason I've put the flaps is so that it doesn't spring off of each other, if that makes sense. And then moving on from there, I'm just going to raise that up a little bit. And the reason being is because I've got bigger ones coming in now. So this is like just 3. This is a big thicker one. And I'm sure I did this as a live as well. This has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 10 in here. This houses my dragonflies and my circle alphabet medley. Then I've got my squares, my butterflies, my square medley, the letter medley, the sentiment medley, and birthday sentiments. And then I've got my dies at the back as well. So I just wanted to house that whole sort of collection. They all came out separately, but I knew that I wanted to store them all together. So it just depends what you've got to how you want to store things. And then I've got my Nature's Dream collections. So this was number 1. And again, I've probably got about 10 in there. But I've added little pockets in and done extra bits. So everything has got a home, and I kind of change my mind and change things as I go along, which we can do because there's no rules. And then this one's also an A4, but this one's a lot more streamlined. So we have got embossing folders, stamps, got the little carrier sheets on there. We've got stamps, and then we go into dies, stamps and dies, and then I've got back to pockets because we've got stencils. So I like to keep a collection together. I think, you know, like all of my Julie Hickey ones are at the shop, but normally when a collection comes out, I will make a folder to house that collection. So let's rewind back to the beginning and we'll have a little look at this here. So I'm going to do it on white card purely. In fact, no, I'm not. I'm going to do it on black card. I was going to say just so that you can see, but I'm sure you'll be able to. So from an A4 sheet of card, I'm going to cut it to 20.5 centimetres. This is going to be really hard without my glasses. Okay, so I'm just literally cutting 0.5 centimetre off of there. And then I'm going to rotate it around and I'm going to cut it at 23 centimetres. Now, the reason I've gone to 23 is because I needed to make sure that I'd got enough depth, like enough room to have all of my words going down the way. Can't do it now. So that's why I chose 23. You can chop this off at any measurement you like. So I've got my piece of card. And then, I mean, maybe I'm just going to do this on here because it saves me bringing my big board in. I'm going to get my scoring tool and I'm going to score a line. I really can't see. At 10 centimetres and 10.5 centimetres. That gives me my little 0.5 centimetre gusset. And I just kind of roll it back and forth so that I can get that nice crisp. That is as simple as it is, honestly and truly. I think sometimes we overthink things, and I think with something like this, I've just kept it super simple. You can buy magnetic sheets in A4 with adhesive on the back if you want. We've got those on the on Dragon's Papercraft. This particular one was, I think it was one of the Studio Light packs that I had with my storage folders, and I'd got some spare ones, so it actually does measure 23 centimetres down, and that's what helped me decide the length, if I'm honest with you. And I've cut it at, so this is 9 centimetres by 23, and I would just attach that one down onto here, and then I'd cut the same. I think that measures a little bit more. Let's get it right. 23. It does measure 23. I obviously didn't cut my card to 23 because I can't see it. And then if you want to see what you've got on this side, like I put a little matte layer of white on there so that I could see what was on there. I just reduced the measurement by 0.5 centimetre. So this would be 9.5 by 22.5. And I stuck that on. And then you just stack them together. So the back piece is stuck to the front piece of the next. And the same for that one. Now, the reason I haven't done a wrap for this is obviously because there's going to be quite a few more of these coming through. So maybe this might get up to 6 or 8, I don't know. So I've got it so that I can easily access what I want. And then when I know that it's finished, I'll put a wrap around it. And to make the wrap, again, super easy. Let's show you that bit on white. I would need to, first of all, cut it to the same depth, which was 23. And then I might leave, I don't know what I'm doing here because that's obviously bigger than 23. Hang on. 23. Yeah. I haven't cut it at 23 because I obviously can't see it. I've cut it at 22, but it don't matter. You're going to get the gist. So this time I'm going to score it at 10.5. And the reason being, I want a little bit extra so that I can wrap it around. I don't want it to be tight. I'll just put a little lip like so. And then you decide what the depth is. So at the minute, that measures a 1.5 centimetres. Maybe I'm going to take it to 3 centimetres. So we did that one at 10.5. So we'll go 13.5. Okay. So that gives you the depth. And then this piece is too short. So all you do is cut another piece of card, 10.5 by 23, and stick it on the top. And then you've got a front and a back. You can either have that bit at the back and just a single at the front, or the double on the front. And that just houses these inside. So if I show you this one, because this one's done, I've got extra on this side to keep it from damaging these bits. There's my depth, and then I've joined to make my front, so it all stays protected and inside. So that is exactly what I would do with that one. Let's just move that away. And to stick this down onto here, I would definitely recommend using red liner tape. I'm not going to stick that on because I know I've cut it at the wrong size. But yeah, if you wanted, you could have short ones. You could have this 15 centimetres. Maybe you think, well, do you know what? I like that idea, but I don't want a skinny one. I want it to be A5. So long as you have your 0.5 centimetre gusset and you've got the same for the front and the back, you can make it any size or shape that you want to. It all works off of the same process. So that is that one. Let's have a look at this one. This is the one that houses the stamps and the dies. So if we get a sheet of A4 card, for this we're not going to cut anything off it at all. And I am going to bring my scoreboard in because I might be able to see this better. We're going to grab a score tool. Is it in there? No. Of course it isn't. Here we go. And for this one, we're just going to score 14.5 centimetres. And then we're going to rotate the card round and do 14.5 centimetres. That gives you 7 millimetres in the middle. So it's only 2 millimetres more than the one that we've just done, but it makes a difference. There we go. So now we've got it exactly the same there. We've got that slightly deeper gusset, which will give you enough room for the depth of your stamps and the depth of your magnetic sheet. So you'd get an A4 sheet of magnet, cut it in half, stick that on that side. And this is quite an interesting one. I'm just going to bring in a random stamp set that I've got on my desk. So say, I mean, there's loads of different ways. Say you want to see what it's called, you could stick this in, the cardboard on, and then what I would do is put red liner tape on here, stick that down, and then you've got the carrier sheet. And then say there were dies for that, you'd put the dies on this side. But if you were just sticking, where are we? There's a few different ways around it. Again, it's down to personal choice what you want. So like on here, I've just cut the strip and put that at the top. I've stamped it so I can see exactly how everything stamps out. I've got the carrier sheet on there to protect it. I didn't always do this. I used to stick this over here, like that. But what used to happen is, when you would go to open it, it would be like, and you'd have to, and it's easier just to pull a sheet off like that. So things improve as you go through. You'll always, if you make a card, and then you make another one, the second one's always going to be better, or you'll see something that you can improve on or change. I'm just glancing over now to see if there's any questions. If you've got any questions, do fire them out and I will try and answer. But yeah, storage is a big part of a crafter's life. We like to be organised and have things.
Could you try again?
Well, I wasn't talking to you, Siri. We like things to hang, don't we? I'm just going to have a slurp. I'm obviously talking too much. So, is there anything in particular that I want to be totally random and show you that you can size your storage to anything. I'm going to pull something out of my drawer. Let me see what I've got. Well, they're all going to be the same size, aren't they? Just pretend that this is a stamp set. And what I want, say I've only got A4 cardstock in my stash, okay? So let's move this over. I wasn't even good at maths at school, you know, but this does seem a bit mathematical. What I would do, say I wanted to make a little wrap with a pocket to slip this in. What I would need to do is have a little look and measure that. So let's measure the book first. Right, so the book measures 20.5 centimetres, okay? Well, I know that this measures 21 by 29.7 mil. So I'm going to put this on here and I'm just going to score it 21 to give me a square, okay? And then the depth of this, if it's a stamp set, it will always be like 0.5 centimetre, but this is deeper. So this measures 1 centimetre. So I'm going to score that now at 22. And I'm going to get that gusset. And then I need a front on there. So when I'm at night, I could be watching the telly. See, that's undersized. Make sure you get a proper bit of card, Hazel. 21, yeah. I could have an idea just spring to my mind and I would run up here and score and chop and then go flying down the stairs like, yes, it works. And that's kind of like this. It's off the top of my head, but I know that I can work it out, if that makes sense. So there's now a 21 centimetre square if I've cut the right. Yeah, that's fine. What I would do, grab this, get the glue down to the end. And then I would do it up the right way. Attach that onto the front, which gives me a proper front. It's almost like making a card blank with a gusset. Okay, now I need to make a pocket that's going to fit in there so that I can slip my, I mean, we're using a paper pad, but it could be anything. Let's move that one out of the way. So card-wise, I need a bit of card. Now, I know that this width is 21, and I know that I need some tabs on each side, which I'm going to do at 1 centimetre. So I've got 21, and I've got to have a depth. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, so I'm going to get my bit of card. I'm going to cut 25 centimetres. I think that's it. Yeah, 25. And for the depth, I'm going to do it 10, but then I've got 1, 2, so 12. So this is 12 by 25. And then I'm bringing my scoreboard because I can see better on that. And I'm just going to score at 1 and 2 on 3 of the edges. 1, 2, 1 and 2. This might be a folder where you've got all of your stamps and dies in there, but you want to put you want to put your pad in the back, so you can absolutely make a little pocket with a bit of depth for that to happen. Right, just check how we're going. I really like having the collections together. I haven't got my dies sorted though. Bit late drawing from this beginning. Ruth, we're kind of having a storage masterclass on making your own storage. This is going to be the hard bit because I really can't see this. So I'm going to snip into here and snip that one, take them away, take that one off. Right, so that becomes a tab so that I can join it. Now what I am going to do is just shape them slightly so it doesn't interfere with it when it folds in on itself. So I'm going to mimic that on this side. In, shape it slightly. I'm cheating this time, I'm going through both of them at the same time. Is that actually in shot? Yeah, hope so. Okay, so there's a little tab there. So now I need to pop some glue, but I am just going to use a little bit of tape. Just because I don't know if I've got enough time to sit and hold it. Got that one bit. These are just cut in small bits for the tabs. So that one on there. And that one on there. Okay, so take the backs off of them. Got that one. Fold that in and make sure you've got these really burnished. Bring that in and that one in. That's it. And then these come round here. And these will stick. This will stick into here. I hope my pad fits after all of this. Where's my pad? And then this will slide. Yes, it does. Can you see? And then you've got that perfect little That's okay, Linda. So it's as easy as that, really. Just changing the gusset to what you've got inside. Let's just have a little look. Found you. Bit late joining. What other kind of storage can I show you? Because I do need to make this the one video that everybody can refer to. So, say for instance, I'm going to move, obviously I know I haven't stuck that in, but it literally is as easy, just glue or tape and stick that in place. I'm just going to move that one out of the way. Put that pad out of the way. On some of my Julie Hickey Designs ones, I've made a folder this way. So it's kind of like that, but half the size. So, of course, once you've got your gusset, you can chop it at any length you want. After I'd made them small ones, I thought, do you know what? Maybe it would be nicer if I had a little bit more room. So now I stick them in like this. And have one on a page, like this one. It takes up a little bit more card, but it gives you more areas if you wanted to decorate them, like using the collection and personalise them. So I hope I've made, well, I hope I've answered questions. I hope I've made it look easy. But this little wallet is going to be one of them that just goes everywhere with me, because it's going to have everything, every sentiment. By the end of it, it will have every sentiment that I will need to personalise a handmade greetings card. That's the idea anyway. So in the meantime, if you think of any words that you think, I've never seen that and I would really like to have a die, drop us a message, either myself or Julie Hickey, and we will add it to our list. So I am going to just have a little look. I'm going to flip you around so I can see you. If I can get this there we go. And I'm going to go to the iPad because the words are bigger on that one so I can see. I just saw something there. Love the ideas. I must make some for my stencils. You see, stencils, they would be perfect just as a flat fold. So just folding your card in half. You don't need a depth for stencils. Some people pop stencils. Maybe they've got like a little ring binder and they put like the poly pockets in. But I do like the idea. I like to make my own, and it just makes me happy when I glance across and I can see all my own made stuff. That's okay, Kim. I've been a silly girl. I left my stamps at work because I wanted to make a card, but they're behind me. So I will be doing a live, another one. Maybe it will either be Friday, Saturday or Sunday. I will pop in a couple because there's a couple of things I want to do. So, yeah, you might get sick of me. I might be doing too many. Hope not. But we've got lots of exciting things to come in 2025. And I will keep you all up to date in this group because this group remains a private group. We've got the Dragons Papercraft page, which is open. Anybody can see that. And what I will do is share the videos between the groups and download them onto the YouTube channel as well. So hopefully everybody will get to see what they need to see. So thank you for joining me this afternoon, and I will I'll be in the shop tomorrow. I'm in charge of packing the orders because Paul's having the day off. Skyver. He's not a Skyver. And yeah, hopefully maybe I might have time to do a live from the shop. You never know. You might see me pop up. So take care, have a good weekend, whatever you're doing. Oh, hang on. Where are the tutorials about storage you did previously, please? Ruth, they're all in this group. At the top of the page, there's a I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you exactly. Wonder if I can get off of that live. Right. Oh, this is clever. At the top there, can you see this part here? It says featured. If you click on that featured button, let me do it. Okay. All of the videos, all of the lives that I've done, all of the important stuff, all get saved here. There's oodles of them. They go back. The original one, I probably would have had long hair in a ponytail. But you just keep scrolling down. They are all labelled. So mixed media using Julie Hickey Designs handpicked florals, for instance. But then you go down. We've got shop tours in there. We've got new product. There's so much. So yes, it's all there. And I promise I will come back in and make this card with you all over the weekend. Okay. Does that say dedication? Dedication. How would you use that then? It doesn't say dedication, does it? It does. Sorry, I've got to get this right now. I take it that is a word. Dedication. Okay, I'll look over the comments when I'm done because otherwise I look a bit silly. So yeah, thank you for joining me and have a good weekend. Speak to you all soon. Bye.